Even when I went through veterinary school, they said that you could not make a dry food without having starch in it. It just would not form a kibble. It is difficult to do, and it's very expensive to do, but it's worth the effort from the cat's point of view, because a cat is not out grazing in a cornfield.
Cats are accustomed to hunting for their food. They're predators. They catch a mouse and they eat it.
The reason we try to emulate the nutritional value in a mouse is because we're firm believers that you can't fool Mother Nature.
We looked at the protein levels of a mouse, which is around 55-56% protein, and we formulated our clean protein kibble to mimic that protein level. There's no grains, no plant proteins. It's literally as close as you can get to a mouse in a bag.
It's a very unnatural diet for a cat to have grains or potatoes or tapioca or any other of these starches that stick that food together.
It wasn't until cat kibble was introduced that cats started eating plant proteins.
Oxalate is a naturally occurring chemical that is in plants and not in animal-based foods.
Cats have a hard time processing oxalates.
The reason the major pet food manufacturers have high oxalate in their diets is because it's really expensive to make a dry cat food that doesn't have oxalate. We want to have a diet which has little to no oxalate, and we really don't care how much it costs to put those ingredients in there, because that is so critical to a cat's good health.
We're the only cat kibble that I've found that doesn't contain any oxalate.
If they get carbohydrate in their diet, that is converted to sugar very quickly, and that food is metabolized really fast, and so they're hungry right away. Whereas protein is metabolized much slower and satisfies their appetite much longer. That helps as far as keeping cats from getting overweight. And diets that have high levels of bone in them, for example, or if they have plant material in them, that's not their natural diet. It, some degree, is a filler. If you have a meal, say chicken meal, for example, in the diet, there can be different levels of bone and non-digestible beaks and feet in that diet. Cats aren't getting the protein that they need because it's not being digested.
High levels of animal-based proteins are essential to a cat's overall health and living a long, happy life.
If we can produce a diet which is natural for the cat, what they normally would get in the wild, then we can help prevent diabetes, kidney compromise and failure.
Kidney disease is the #1 killer of cats.
There is a correlation between high carbohydrate or any carbohydrate in cat food and diabetes. Carbohydrate does not satisfy their appetite. It's very quickly converted to pure sugar after they eat it, and that puts an extra load on their insulin production and pancreatic function. As a result of their pancreas working overtime, it pretty much wears out their capability to produce insulin over time. And then they become diabetic and they have to have insulin injections twice a day. Clean protein optimizes weight and body mass in several different ways, and it depends a lot on the age of the cat. For kittens, which are rapidly growing, that is plenty of protein for rapid growth. you need additional protein. The reason that owners report to us that their cats have shinier hair coats and better skin on clean protein is that we've added omega-3 fatty acids.
It's just a really high quality diet,